Right then, hello and welcome to the final episode of the Wolfsburg career mode. We've got the Champions League final, and I'm also going to stick the awards and the squad report in this episode at the end. But of course, the main thing is the Champions League final, and I want you to stop right now. I want you to pause the video and I want you to comment down below. Are we going to win it? Are we going to win the Champions League final? Because no matter what, if we win it or lose, I am going to end the series here because I want to start a new RTG, which I'm going to let you guys pick in a video coming next week, I believe. So yes, look out for that one. Comment if you think we're going to win the Champions League, like and subscribe, all that sort of YouTube stuff that we need to say, and let's get into the video. So if you did miss the last episode, do go back and watch it now, but I am about to spoil it for you. As you can see there, we did win our last 4 games, which got us to the Champions League final. It got us to the league title, and it got us the DFB Pokal as well. And now there's one final game to go, and that is the Champions League final against Liverpool. There's pretty much no more time to waste. The team's starting, as you can see, it's the team we've started the whole season. Liverpool's team looks decent, but one that I would expect from them. So let's go. Here we go then, it's the Champions League final, Liverpool versus Wolfsburg. Now, I haven't played FIFA in a while, and I didn't know this cutscene was going to come out for the Champions League final, but I'm definitely taking it. I haven't played in a while, so hopefully I don't do too bad, and hopefully we're quite well able to get ourselves a win today. There it is, big is, we love to see it. Hopefully it's got green and white on the end of it. Liverpool have had a tough run to the final, as have we, of course. It is the Champions League, it's not going to be easy. We've got our lads lining up, getting themselves in the zone to play a very difficult Liverpool side. They've got Firmino, they've got Salah, they've got Mane, they've got all the big guns, but now it's time to get into the game. Can we get a stronghold early on, or are we going to be fighting for this one? Let's find out. As you'd expect then, early on, Liverpool keeping possession, keeping the ball nice and tight, but we're hopefully going to be able to press them high, win the ball back and make an attack. So far then, we've struggled. We haven't managed to get the ball back too well. Alexander-Arnold now, John Brooks has been pulled out of position. Here's Wijnaldum now. Can we get anywhere with John Brooks? Puts a foot through him. You love to see it, and we're away. Oh, Weghorst down into Josip Brekalo. Surely going to go back to Wout Weghorst, and we're in behind on the counter very early on. Wout Weghorst strikes it at Alisson, but Maximilian Philip finishes it off for 1-0. Come on, come on. Brilliant start, pure counter-attacking football. Liverpool have had the ball the whole time, but we're taking a 1-0 lead so far. This could be a crucial goal in the shape of this game. We've got ourselves ahead, now we need to stay there. Arnold's managed to turn Wijnaldum, but now we need to pass on from there. Brekalo is going in behind Alexander-Arnold. His position is not great. Phillips there in the box if we can find him, but that's towards Weghorst. We'll have a corner instead. We are lethal from these. Alexander-Arnold up. Go on, Philip, you've won your header, but it's going to come out. Half an hour in, and chance creation is the hardest, and apparently Josip Brekalo has picked himself up an injury. Not what you want in the Champions League final from a star man. Rolls inside Fabinho. It's been blocked. Arnold, referee, that's a foul, surely. Firmino given too much space and can pick out Mane quite easily up against Locatelli, but that's a great challenge from him. Off goes Baku against Mane now, and this time Baku can stretch his legs properly. The ball in towards Brekalo, but Arnold gets it out. Salah's got away from Roussillon, so Arnold is going across, and I'm not sure that's a matchup for pace we really want to see, but Arnold's done a great job with a great challenge. Ball goes backwards, and there goes half time. You love to see it now. The trick is with Liverpool, I think, is to be aggressive. We put in slide challenges, we put in hard standing tackles, and we've absolutely bossed them at the moment. It's 1-0, we haven't created many chances, but they haven't either, so it's good for us. I'm expecting a tough second half for sure. Liverpool will have to come out flying because they need a goal, but if we can get a second on the counter, we'll be in the money. Looks like Thiago's come on for Liverpool, but Arnold's going to boss him in the middle. You'll have to see it. Philip on the ball, just lifts it towards Weghorst. If we can go back in towards Arnold, why is he trying to flick it like that? Just chip it over, come on. Locatelli in space. This is the first time we're getting out of our half, and Weghorst has beaten Fabinho. You love to see it. About Weghorst, and it's two on the counter, and that's probably going to wrap it up. Liverpool haven't even had a shot this half yet, neither had we until then. It's 2-0, surely we're winning. Poor positioning from Fabinho, he hasn't got the pace to couch Weghorst, he's going to score from there, and we're up by 2 now. Lovely. Hasn't been the prettiest of Champions League finals, but I think that's owed to our defensive work we've done. We've blocked every pass off well, we've put on the pressure when we need to, and it's been good from us. Babu in for Weghorst. Surely that's just a knock for Arnold, and we're in behind again. Maximilian Arnold, the captain, on the biggest stage. On the biggest stage, and he makes it 3-0. It's pure counter-attacking football. As soon as we get a chance, we'll put the boys in, and we've made it third. Oh, it's not even English. What am I saying? It was Locatelli who won the ball back in the end. And then that Mbabu ball to Weghorst was a great flick on from Weghorst to Arnold. Same position that Weghorst scored the second from just 7 minutes earlier. And we've won the Champions League with that goal for sure. Liverpool have brought on Minamino here. Roussillon stands strong, doesn't get the blocking, but Zagadou gets the clearance. And that sort of cross is the closest Liverpool are coming, really. Thiago's got space in the middle. Not really something you want to do, and what a challenge from Arnold that is. And because there's only about 12 minutes to go, Liverpool have left so much space there. Ball over. Weghorst. Oh my God. Back to the Weghorst we know and hate with that miss. Thiago now with space. Can Arnold get there? He can't. That's a good ball through, but out comes Casteels. And Zagadou clears the ball. Lovely. Oh, it's a poor pass from Weghorst. We've lost the ball. Jota who's come on. Locatelli can't get there. Firmino surely going to go back to Jota. He is. Casteels out. Good save again. And Babu can't clear. Zagadou, get it out. Liverpool really putting the pressure on. The game's over, really, but they're absolutely flooding men forward here. Thiago. Arnold coming through him. Possibly fouling him. Not given. Firmino now. Can John Brooks get a challenge in? Yes, that's a great tackle. And that should really, if Locatelli could clear the ball, end the game. Just get it out. There we go. Come on, and it's another trophy to add to the cabinet. What a season. We've done the treble. You cannot write it. Come on. What a first season in the Champions League we've had then. We've gone from not being in it to getting straight back there, to going from top of the group, through the quarters, through the semis, all easy, to the final where we've won it 3-0 against a Liverpool side that really didn't threaten. They really weren't that good. And it looks like Maximilian Arnold gets to lift his third trophy in 3 weeks, and it's the Champions League for Wolfsburg. You love to see it. Oh my Lord. What a season this has been. Season 2 of Wolfsburg has been the best season, the best second season for sure I've ever done. We've won everything, absolutely everything, and there was no stopping us today. On the counter-attack, we were just too good. Liverpool just were open, trying to get goals, easily exploitable is the word I would like to use for that. Oh my Lord, what a win. And while it may not have been the most exciting final in the world, we did score 3 goals. It does always make it that little bit sweeter just to beat Liverpool as well. You love it when you beat Liverpool in a final. And for the 3rd time in 2 episodes, here is a team photo with a trophy. This time it's the big one. It's the Champions League. Wolfsburg, UEFA Champions League champions. You love to see it. Come on, boys. And there is Kevin and Babu standing with the trophy. You couldn't ask much more from this club this year than to win a treble. Unbelievable. So as I did say, then I am going to jump into the awards, and I'm going to put them in here just to give it a nice end to the series rather than in a separate episode. This will be the last episode of Wolfsburg. First up then, we are going to have the golden boot, and that is going to go to Mr. Wout Weghorst with 29 in 40 appearances, 20 of them in the league, 7 in the Champions League. You do love to see it. Not too far behind then was Maximilian Philip, by the way, so it's not too bad. I'll run through a whole squad report at the end. As for assists then, that does go to Josip Brekalo. Brilliant performance from him this season. We do love to see that, which is what I asked last season. I wanted him to push on a little bit more, and he has done just that. Very, very good from him. And if you haven't noticed, I am doing just a reduced version of the awards this year, just to make it quite quicker. So next up is our young player of the season. Now this is a bit of a controversial one, as I am giving it to Enzo Loadois, but the man has gone up 7 out on loan at Crystal Palace, which you love to see, and he played absolutely phenomenally when he played for us before I sent him out on loan. And you know what, it was a mistake to send him out on loan. I shouldn't have done that. That was my bad. And I'm going to do something I never do in the next series, is I'm going to sign Enzo Loadois, because I feel like I haven't appreciated the ability this man has enough. So in my next series, he is going to be my top transfer target for sure. Such a good player. And the final award then is going to be player of the season. I'm actually going to give it to Josip Brekalo, purely for his influence, the skills he's got, the audacity to like take a game by the scruff of the neck and actually influence what's happening. He never really put in a bad performance. He never really made glaring misses or didn't score goals when he should have. He normally, when he was in the position, scored the goals, got the assist, made stuff happen. And I think, realistically, in the season we've had, he's been one of my top players. He's been my favourite player to use, I would say, probably behind Enzo Loadois. But other than that, he's definitely been my favourite player this year. He's definitely played really well, and his stats do prove that. So now let's just take a quick look at how the whole squad did. So we'll start off then with Cohen Casteels, 87 rated. I think his clean sheets was 24 there. You can see it at the bottom. Unbelievable from him. What a player. Nothing much to say about him other than he is unbelievable. And then I've got 4 goalkeepers here who just weren't going to get a look in because of him. So they will move straight on to Roussillon, 82 rated. Good starting left back. I really appreciated him. He was very good. George Bello didn't get enough games purely because I had to bring in James Justin as backup cover because we had the Champions League. But Bello was a good defender. I'm pleased with him. Gulavoglia moved into centre back purely to save his rating as it was dropping so much at CDM, and he performed well there when he played alongside. Most of the time it was Pongracic he played alongside, and he played quite good. Do you know what I mean? The two of them, unfortunately Pongracic peaked at 79 overall, which I think is a mistake. Surely his potential should be higher. EA sort it out. Jeffrey Broom, as you can see there, is going to leave to Espanyol because I just made the sale and I was going to tell you next season, but turns out there isn't one, so there you go. Maxence Lacroix, who thanks to Fifa has a face now, you love to see it. Potential of way higher than 80, I'm sure, would continue to grow. Was a fantastic defender, but when you look down here at John Brooks and Dan Axel Zagadou, I couldn't not start the two of them. They were an absolute rock at the back. Mert Mulder then is a very solid backup right back. I was hoping he would grow a little bit more from 77 because Mbabu is flying away at 85, so I could have done with them being closer in rating just for the backup, but that's pretty good. Matazo was a solid CDM, and there's Enzo Loadois, who I shouldn't have let go on loan. What a player he is. Agbala was a youth player who's just been promoted purely because he was asking for it. Williams has gone up 13 out on loan while in the US, so he'd actually be coming back as quite a good prospect if we were to continue it. Arnold, what can we say about the club captain? What a man. Takes the end of the season is purely down to this man, I think, because quite frankly, he won us the league with that strike, even though, yes, Dortmund lost, but we didn't know that. He didn't know that. What a finish that was. In the Cup final, he was fantastic. In the Champions League final, he was fantastic. And deserved captain of the club, and very, very good. Especially alongside Manuel Locatelli, who were brought in this year. Was a brilliant signing. Not blessed with much pace, but brilliant passing range, tackling is fantastic, and when he is there, his position is good, which he makes up for the lack of pace. Sammy Lokonga is someone with high potential that didn't really fulfill it for me. Didn't feel like he had high potential when I played him. Lower Dois and Matazo were definitely better options for me. Doan was decent on the wing, definitely doesn't feel like an 80, should I say. Probably was a little bit worse than that. Could have performed a bit better. Had we been doing another season, maybe he would have shown that, but Brekalo was unbelievable this year. Deserved my player of the season, I think. What a player he is. Yunusu Diakite is going out on loan, or would be, should I say, if I'm continuing, but was a promising left mid for sure. Schläger then, actually his stats were really good if you look at them. 12 and 9 from 22 games, but I just didn't get along with him really when he played. Made a few mistakes, wasn't my favourite player in the world, but still a decent player. Jankowski then also going on loan, a youth player that really, I'm not going to lie, does not look good, but Gabor Rax is a youth player who does look good, and I was tempted to give him young player of the season, but the fact is, he only performed 3 times, basically. He had 3 games, but they were some games, and at 68 rated at 16, he was going to be an absolute legend, I'm sure of it. Ridley Baku on the right, brilliant player, loved him. Really fast, really good. His stats again were good, 8 and 11, that's really what I like to see from him. Nearly as good as Brekalo, to be fair, and he had an injury, so got to give it to Baku, brilliant player. Linton Miner is a good backup. Unfortunately, he peaked at 78, which I was surprised by, but still very good, along with Jaden Braff and Lanes Jr. I had good cover in the wings, because you've got Mason Waller here, who's out on loan, who's really good, and you've got Nino Juric, again, out on loan, who would be really good. I had really good cover in the wings. Mehmedi did not play at all because I was waiting for Janssen to come back, and I also had Philip, who was just starting, and I couldn't not start. And if I didn't start Philip, I actually started Schläger or Rax in the end. But if Janssen had come back, growing that 7 overall to a 73 on loan at Luton, by the way, for the last 2 years, that's a little bit of a connection there. He would definitely have gotten good game time, and when I did play with him in the preseason tournament, he scored goals, so would have been a good player. But Philip was just so good. Bielek. Man, I'm upset that I'm not playing with Bielek a little bit more, because that man's got an absolutely massive ceiling, I think, anyway. What a player, 79 rated. It's a shame I didn't get him to 80, because he definitely deserves it, but alongside Val Vegas, who I'm not going to lie, I thought after the first season, probably going to have to dip with, but man scored so many goals this year, crucial goals. Would have had so many more if he didn't decide to miss half of them, but we take it because he did score the goals. We love to see it. And the squad overall is a very good squad that has got us quite far in quite a lot of competitions, because as you can see here, we have won the league. We also won the DFB Pokal 1-0 though, to be fair, but Leverkusen put up a good fight, but we did win it. And then of course we won the Champions League to complete the treble for Wolfsburg in only our second season here. And I've really enjoyed this one, you know. It's only lasted 2 seasons, and I am moving to an English RTG, by the way. It will be an English RTG. I don't know if I've mentioned that at any point, but it will be. Rebuilds are still coming out. There will be a rebuild. That will be the next video, will be a rebuild after this one, I think. I hope anyway. So look out for that one. I love your support. I hope you have enjoyed this Wolfsburg series. If you have, please tell me in the comments down below. I would love to know your thoughts on it. It's obviously been a shorter one, so let me know whether or not you prefer the longer or the shorter. But other than that, just thanks for watching it. The support since I started Wolfsburg's been great. The support since I started the channel has been fantastic, and we're really nearing 1K now, so I can't thank you lot enough for that. But I will see you all in the next one.